Welcome back, Taurus fans. Thank you for joining us here on YouTube. Before we get started, though, I want to let you know that the Taurus Podcast is available on all podcasting platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and many more. The link to that is on the screen right now and in the description. Thanks for listening. All right. Welcome, everyone, to the Taurus Podcast, the podcast where I dip, dabble, and explore a little bit of everything. I'm William, joined alongside by
Andrew
and
Collier.
And we're also joined alongside by two very special guests.
Very special guests.
One named
Walker
and one named
William.
We got an action verb, and the other one we're going to call Joseph.
It's not a... Walker is a noun.
That's a boom for you guys already. If you subscribe to our Patreon, you get this special edition
And let me tell you, you won't want to miss it.
where I call him...
Is that the dolphin
went ahead
noise?
and bleeped it myself.
Do we have the dolphin noise?
Yeah,
it's
we
one
got-
of these buttons.
What
I
happened,
want you to
what
keep
happened
that,
to your
though.
other mini soundboard?
I didn't bring it because I didn't bring my laptop.
Fair enough. I get it.
So we are actually live from the mountains.
Stupid.
You're like our Fred, you know? You have the pocket soundboard.
Oh, Fred. Okay, so that's actually interesting you bring that up.
That was in this decade.
That was in this decade. So let's
And you
talk
know
about
what?
this decade.
What a decade
We're
it's
wrapping
been.
up this decade.
God, Collier, I can't believe you're going to turn 62 this decade.
It's ridiculous, you know?
Yeah.
I can't believe
He was
it
actually
either,
a leap
Andrew.
year baby. He was born in 1914.
So does that mean you're like 8.5?
Exactly. That's exactly what that means.
No, it means he's actually 170.
That's quick math, baby.
It's the least I could do.
Go
Yes, sir.
Tigers.
The very least.
Geox Tigers.
What do you mean?
Should we go?
Go
Should we go?
Tigers.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Should we go? Should we
Go
go
Tigers.
around and
Say one
don't
thing
know,
we're thankful for this year.
this decade, baby? Maybe.
We could.
All right, William. Please begin. One of you,
Go ahead.
Joseph.
Joseph,
Nope.
What was the question?
Andrew.
Andrew.
Give
what are you
us
thankful for this
give us a memory, your favorite memory, or what you're thankful for
My favorite memory.
from this decade.
All right, my favorite memory.
Oh, gosh.
So I was sitting.
And dolphin noise.
I know, you can't sit these days. Boomers, man. That's a topical one for you guys.
Okay, boomer.
Thought you
like
guys might
Collier
like
here.
that. I'm getting a phone call.
Actually,
Collier, what's it like to be
answer it.
old?
I'm not going to answer.
Who was
while
But what?
while you're listening to this podcast, go ahead and pause this podcast, find the nearest adult, and just call them a boomer.
Yeah.
That'd be
And then give him a swift kick in the balls.
What if it's a lady?
I know.
same thing.
Yeah,
Good
what do you
deal.
mean?
Equality.
All right, well, my favorite memory is, and I'll tell you what right now, William's going to hate this.
Oh, God.
My favorite memory is I was talking to my friend, and I was like, well, what'd you do in class today? This is probably 6 years ago. He's like, well, I had the most scarring experience of my life. And I was like, do tell. This kid's very interested in biology. And their
Anatomy,
school is
perhaps?
awfully unorthodox. You're coming towards it.
Uh-huh.
And this school likes to impose certain beliefs onto their students, and one of them was vegetarianism. And so what they did is they taught them an anatomy by raising and then killing and eating a chicken.
That's
Oh, wow.
amazing.
And then that day in class was the killing and eating. So they had to slit the throat, drain the blood, cut out its sphincter, dress it, and cook it. And they all ate it.
Was it yummy?
And they had to name it before they did this. And he said it was fine chicken. So
As in,
Why
his
would I
name
like
was
that
fine?
story?
Wait,
in
yeah, where was
particular?
this story going?
I'm
That was your
confused.
favorite memory of?
that's just a memory that,
2010s?
I mean, I thought of like, what's like a memory I remember? Because that's how what you do with
Were
memories.
you even involved in that though?
No, this is a second-hand memory. That
You
should
know
tell you
what?
something
Wait,
about.
I
that should
didn't
tell
say
you
you
something
couldn't do
about my
that.
life. Yeah.
Yeah, very memorable. Very
Word
memorable.
on the street is it tasted like chicken.
Oh,
Now that right there.
that was nice. That was nice.
is good. That's why we
Now
brought him
fist
on.
me.
Pound it, guys. Pound it.
Dude, pound it.
Yeah.
You guys can't tell. We all just pounded it. I'm bleeding.
Collier, what are you most thankful for this decade?
You know, Walker, that's a really great question.
Oh, God.
Stop sliding closer to each other.
I'm thankful for you. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Sheesh.
I honestly don't know.
I tell the jokes.
It's been a good decade. Learned a lot.
What is one thing that you learned? Give us a learning.
Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Since we're on the topic of chickens,
What if you're just going to kill the chicken and eat it?
Don't
Are you
count
allowed
your
to count
chickens
it then?
before your school
Well,
forces
I
you
wanna
to kill
kill
it and
the-
eat it.
Yeah. I want to kill the
gonna happen.
fully grown chicken. I don't want to, give me some eggs.
So
or
what you're
whatever.
telling me is that you don't like eggs?
I'm not,
You don't like unborn chickens?
just unborn ostriches mostly. Got my big ostrich egg here. Walker kissed it.
You got 2 big ostrich eggs.
I do.
2 big white ostrich eggs.
Now that's what you call a euphemism.
Isn't that right, William?
That's what I said at dinner, and it was a euphemism.
I
But
know. I
that's
didn't
a
correct you.
different
He
euphemism.
corrected you. I
Wait,
didn't
they can't
correct
know
you.
that we eat.
At dinner, I made a euphemism, and then I was told that it wasn't a euphemism.
No, we affirmed you. You were
I
validated.
know.
got
Somebody
crapped
immediately
on.
criticized you,
Yes,
and he's.
I'm pretty sure it was you,
it
Collier.
was not me. It was William.
Whoa!
It was William with
It was Joseph.
Okay, we'll go with Joseph.
How about
Flags
this?
on
How about
that
this? How about
play.
this? William with the good hair.
Thank you.
Whoa.
Oh, shots fired.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, hold on, because you guys know, like,
Becky with the
Becky.
good hair.
okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah, no, we.
Becky with the good hair.
I got the reference.
Making
I'm
sure we're
cultured.
staying up. Yeah, someone's not reading People magazine.
Just because I'm gonna turn 62 in the next 10 years,
Sort of time guy
doesn't mean
myself.
I'm not cultured.
I thought you were 74.
It's close enough.
Somewhere in that
Age is
range.
but a number.
Okay, boomer.
Oh.
God, we're just crushing it. Can we list this as comedy?
Actually, this is listed as a hobby.
You
A
guys need to get a
hobby
hobby.
lobby?
Isn't it
You
a
guys
hobby
need
though?
a new hobby.
Here's a fun
Sports
game.
slash
What if you went to a
recreation.
Hobby Lobby and you were trying to see what you could construct with like $20?
Honestly,
Okay, do you guys know about Hobby Lobby? That
Yes.
place
Isn't it like a
wild.
Michaels, like an
Really?
arts and crafts store?
It's like
No,
Michael's
but
on
it's
steroids.
It's
Okay,
Michael's
no, but
on,
not
like-
the store. Like what they're capable of.
no.
Not only do they not hire gay employees, but they also somehow artificially constructed this huge elaborate scheme to smuggle like millions of dollars worth of archaeological artifacts in the United States.
More power to them.
How, what? How,
no,
In order to
elaborate.
make
Now
arts and
that is
crafts?
Oh, yeah, no, it's
no,
real.
no. I wouldn't say more power to him.
To make arts and crafts?
No.
Yeah, you can
No,
buy
I'm
them in
talking about-
stores.
Smuggle.
Please.
No,
What-
you
like
cannot.
what?
Buy your
What are you
6-inch by
talking
4-inch part of a Da Vinci painting.
Yeah, exactly.
What kind of damage could you do with $20 in a Hobby Lobby?
Honestly, like as much damage as you could do in a Michaels.
You might be able to
Pretty
afford
much the
3
same.
markers.
I know, like
I mean, no, because some of these stores, like, I
It's
mean,
not,
you want
it's
a pen,
not
and a
cheap.
pen's like $30.
yeah, no. I mean, like, are you gonna go spend $30 on a pen though, or are you gonna go like
Some
buy-
people do.
Well, I know.
I do.
I'm speaking specifically to you, Joseph.
I have a pen made out of a seat from the old New York Yankees Stadium.
That's
Are you
pretty
serious?
Pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Wow.
Wow.
Why? Why though?
That pen definitely costs more than $20. I'll tell you that much.
Did they like create an elixir
Was
from the
it
seat?
$25?
$20.99.
20.
Whoa.
Okay.
Ooh.
So-
People don't actually think about it much. Apparently, marketing studies show that people think that costs less than $19.99.
I think that
plus
people
tax.
do think about that. That's like a well-known fact.
No, wrong.
I think it's right.
You guys want some other cool facts?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
Give me some more facts, baby.
All right. I think I've told at least Collier this one, but I like it. It's fun. I'll give you like 2 or 3.
Oh, this was when you and Grant
with
and I
Grant.
were talking.
Yeah, and some of these are just great. So Alaska is the largest state, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Texas is the second largest
by
state.
land
Yes.
by landmass.
Wait,
By
I'm
landmass.
confused. Isn't it California?
No.
No.
Texas is the second
Get
largest state by
him
landmass.
on
Alaska.
I'll put a fact
is-
inside this fact. You
Yeah.
could fit Poland inside Texas and still be able to drive around Poland and be only in Texas.
Wow.
That's true.
Look at that.
That's
but-
actually ridiculous.
But if you were to cut Alaska in half, Texas would be the third largest state.
Behind the 2 halves of Alaska.
there were so many numbers there, and I understood.
Alaska.
You can
Alaska.
fit 3 Texases in Alaska.
Yeah.
Thank you. That is more helpful.
Yeah.
Well,
No, I like
Not
the way Andrew told
necessarily
it better.
3. I
I
also
do
like,
too. I want to go on record and say I like Andrew more
I'm
than myself, but-
simple-minded.
Yes, you are. Simple Jack.
thanks, guys. I like most things better than myself as well. It's caused a lot of problems recently.
Come home to
That's
the
a boom
feeling
for
of
you
your own
guys.
completion. Come
Boom,
home
boom,
to
boom.
simple
So
Rick.
what I am thankful for this decade,
Who asked?
I did actually. So Walker, please continue.
frankly, meeting you fine 4 gentlemen.
Oh,
That was this
God.
decade.
That did happen this
That was
decade.
this
Now hold up.
decade.
Hold up.
How long have we
I
actually
met-
known each other for?
I've only
That's
known
true.
one person in this room for greater than 10 years.
I've known Collier since we were infants.
Yeah.
I've known you two since I
Like
was
middle school.
like 12. No,
Yeah.
it was before that because I was still in elementary school. It was before I went to
Maybe
elementary.
no. It
I met
honestly
the two
may
of
have
you
been
in 8th
2010.
grade.
It's
Became
crazy
friends
how
with
I
you in
met-
10th grade.
Yeah,
It
it's
had
crazy
to
how
have
I
been
met
like
you guys when we were all in
2010
our
because there's
50s.
no. I think
Yeah,
that
isn't
we
that
have known
wicked?
each
Isn't
other
that
for
wicked?
exactly a decade
Yeah.
because it was when I was still not
Freaky.
in school with you guys.
Freaky.
And then Andrew
Was
probably
Oh, we'll
8th
censor it.
grade. and
Yeah,
9th
8th
grade.
We have a great editor, and he
Yeah, that's my
does
bad.
too much. We need to raise.
We
give
call
him a
him
raise.
Sheriff.
the warden.
Because apparently,
Do you guys remember? Oh my god!
Okay, Boomer. We're shredding them.
Call
God,
the
it's like-
Halloween police.
It's like sheep to a slaughter. All right.
You know it's weird.
like chickens in the classroom, if you will.
Oh man.
Way to circle that back.
full circle.
You know what they call that in the comedy scene? They call that mapping.
Really.
What was I gonna
Yeah.
say?
I'm working on my type 5.
They call that foreshadowing in the literary scene.
Wow, we have a lot of scenes.
William and Andrew, do you remember Gwendolyn?
Yes.
I don't know Gwendolyn. God, what a woman.
She was amazing.
She's on
Whatever
to
happened
bigger.
to
She's
her?
on to bigger and better.
We just didn't pay her
I heard.
enough.
Yeah. No, I heard she was. No. Okay. I was gonna say a joke about some big. I botched. No.
It's for the
It's okay.
Patreon.
Hit us
It's
with
okay.
it. Come on, hit us with it.
I was gonna be like, I heard she works for Joe Rogan now, but
Stupid.
then I forgot his name, so I just kind of butchered the joke in the middle of it.
Well, you know
Let's
what?
try again. Have you guys heard of Gwen? You guys remember Gwendolyn, right?
Yeah, of course I remember Gwendolyn.
Gwendolyn
Great
Christie.
gal.
What did you just say, Walker?
Oh, all right. Do we need one more? No, we'll move past it.
Yeah,
We'll move
but-
past
It's
it.
okay. It's okay.
So tell me, has there been any large-scale changes in your life in the last 10 years? And by that, I mean, do you part your hair the same way that you did 10 years
No,
ago?
I do not, as a matter of fact.
You don't. When did you change the way you part your hair?
Oh, God. It had to have been, I believe, actually going into freshman year
Yeah, it was.
is when I had the Justin Bieber
I
hair,
missed
that
your
traditional
hair. I
flip.
missed your hair.
And I remember
You
this
should grow it
distinctly.
out like that again.
I remember this distinctly, actually. So it was the first day of freshman year, and over the summer, I decided that I wanted to start pushing it back instead of doing it to the side.
You're like the ladies.
But
Was it because you had to shave your head for cross country?
Oh, that's an
no. This
interesting
was
question.
before that. This was before that. But part of the issue is that I didn't know how to get my hair cut at that time. Many of you guys know it as the Ellen DeGeneres phase.
Oh yes.
So the first day
Will you
that
not
we
cup
showed
the
up,
microphone?
sorry, the first day
There
that
you
we
go.
showed up for freshman orientation, you know, when they like the upperclassmen took us around. or
Blessing in the
whatever.
backpacks.
Yeah. When we showed up for that, my hair was too short for it to naturally go back. And I had just learned about the revolution of hair gel,
You greased up.
and I didn't understand
Wow.
how much hair gel to put in my hair. So after the hour and a half,
Adolescence is the best.
after the hour and a half
Isn't it?
orientation, I was greeted with a text message from that said, and I quote, "Was your hair wet today, or did you just put that much gel in it?"
Ooh,
Yikes.
that is
And,
brutal.
that was,
okay, you know what?
That's about when I stopped using hair gel.
But tell me
Yeah.
something. Looking back, do you appreciate that she did that for you?
Honestly,
oh yeah, no, without a doubt, because I
Were there
probably
any
would have
other
cut my hair.
funny texts in this decade that has sent us?
Boom.
Make it happen. Anyway,
Oh,
And
facts.
does anyone else part their hair differently than they used to?
Walker,
Kind of. Oh God.
believe it
Oh,
or not,
oh.
guys,
We're gonna start adding, I guess.
I'd like to go on record here and say, as she was talking, I leaned away from the mic and said, "I'm about to have a field day." Yes.
Just for
so
the audience to understand.
I part my hair.
Stop
just
burping
slightly.
in the microphone. Is
that wasn't
you?
me.
Who did that?
What?
Dude, it wasn't me.
Who do you think it was?
you.
Andrew.
So- I just called myself by my own last name.
It was me. It was.
It's
I
hard.
have no sense of self anymore. You know what's changed in the last 10 years? I don't know who I am.
No, but you do have self-confidence. Hopefully.
Goodbye, Collier.
Anyway, my hair.
Collier had to excuse himself.
It was a midsummer night in January of 8th grade.
It must have been really sad when those burglars broke into your house and decided to shave all of your hair off.
They did. It was fraternity rush. Actually, they said on your knees pledge. And
It was a cutthroat middle school, huh?
That Amarillo, Texas really gets it to you.
the Amarillo, Texas middle school frat rush on my knees pledge. They shaved it right off and it never came back.
I haven't looked
Wow.
back since.
Let me
though.
tell you something real. A a friend of my closest and longest friend, I call her my cousin. Her mom went to a high school that had sororities.
That's cool. Where was it?
Jacksonville.
It's like
Florida?
Westminster Girls Cross.
I was
Country.
just about to say, girls cross country,
go.
biggest sorority on campus.
Oh yeah.
The sisterhood.
Now, on
Yeah.
the topic of hair, have you guys ever had the opportunity to use one of the hairbrushes that is a hairbrush and a hair dryer?
My sister
at
got that
once?
for Christmas.
The Dyson?
The Dyson.
The
Yeah, my sister
Dyson.
got that for Christmas.
In a word, electric.
They're crazy.
Yeah,
Feels
no, it is
electric.
electric.
So it's like you're brushing your hair, but from the bristles, air is coming out.
Pretty ridiculous. You're cupping your microphone again.
They
I'm sorry.
They have a hair curler like extension
Yes,
that
the
you
Dyson.
put on it.
My
Yeah,
mom got
yeah,
that,
it is the
actually. My
Dyson.
mom
The
and my
Dyson.
sister.
The Dyson.
Can we get that sponsorship?
So that'll be our first sponsor of the day, Dyson, for everything you need blown.
Or sucked. They make vacuums
They
too.
do suck.
I just
Let me
bought
tell
a
you,
vacuum
they suck
from
real
Dyson.
good.
They
That's
really
right, ladies
do.
and gentlemen. We just revealed our preferences live on the podcast.
Yes, sir.
Anyway,
You heard it here first.
Yeah, heard it here first.
This podcast was made
Boom.
by We Hate
Boom.
Shark Vacuums.
what is your favorite vacuum brand?
Definitely
I don't know how
Dyson.
you can fight
Dyson.
against Dyson. Dyson just
Dyson
has
is
that good
amazing.
I just lean down and
suck. It's like if you're familiar with wheelbarrow races
yeah.
from like family picnics.
Yeah.
Basically, I pick up Andrew's legs
picnics
and
are
he
you going
licks
to?
the floor.
yeah.
Have you ever actually been to a picnic?
And it's a nice.
Absolutely.
Actually, my dad's family. We used to have these absolutely redonkulous family reunions.
Were they
that always
redonkulous?
ended.
Could you perhaps
so
say
poorly.
they were hey noose?
on the three-tier
Boom.
scale? I would probably put them at hey noose. Not quite hey nouse, but over heinous.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. I respect it.
I don't know.
It's a long sound effect.
Yeah. So basically,
She's got some length.
for those who don't subscribe to our Patreon and aren't watching the video version of this,
And let me tell you, this video in video version could not go up on YouTube.
yeah,
I don't know what that means.
Nudity.
Why is there a nail taped to this firework?
Exactly.
Hey,
is-
do not touch the nail in the
that is-
firework. I actually don't because I think we're going to need it.
Oh, actually, I think you're right.
A friend, a good friend of mine bought us those fireworks, and they're like, if you were to go to a professional pyrotechnic show, like that's where they buy. Really? I mean, I thought we were calling it a.
Yeah.
If you were to build a charcuterie tray, what would you put on it?
Dude, that
Ligaments.
onion jam your mom put on the... That was
Lawyer
amazing.
Loved the
That
onion
was
jam.
so good.
I'm a huge fan of the little. What's like the sausage with like the
pigs in a blanket.
white stuff?
Chorizo?
Is that chorizo?
Sausage with white stuff.
Uh,
Give me a lot of
salami?
material
That's
here.
most
Salami?
sausage.
Yeah,
no.
it might be salami. It's
I think
like,
it was
comes in
chorizo.
Small,
I feel like you're
circular-
talking about chorizo.
It's like that big. You put it on crackers.
I'm thinking chorizo.
I think it...
It's tasty. You put it on
Yeah,
crackers.
to the salami or
Yummy,
chorizo.
yummy in my
I
tummy.
thought chorizo is like when you put ground beef and cheese dip.
Close enough, but no.
Susan
So,
makes a
no.
mean charcuterie.
She really does.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom was a sucker for the Hostess cheese tray. Just brie, Gruyere.
Would you say she's
Hey.
Gouda at it?
My word. And this is a hobby, they say.
I've been waiting to use that for so many episodes.
Just cut my nose.
That's
in the
right.
microphone.
He has it written on the back of his hand. He's like, William, don't
Gouda.
forget to bring up
Gouda.
Jesus.
Gouda.
On a scale of Swiss to Brie, I'm doing Gouda today.
Boom.
Wow. Wait, let's just see what all these do, because I don't know what each one of these does.
Yellow button. Yellow button.
Yellow button does. That's the
That
dolphin.
was really
Green
good. That was really good. Nobody else appreciated it.
Okay.
But I
didn't hear
did.
it. I didn't
I'll
hear
drink
I'm
to it.
sorry. That was my bad.
The green button.
Hydrate or dihydrate.
Oh, it's the Billie Eilish duh.
Blue button. Royal blue button. Oh wow.
Okay, that was perfect. We're going to have to cut this.
Hello, Patreon.
Blue button.
Stupid. I'm not going to let you get the chance.
I got you guys.
Classic. All right, here's an interesting topic of conversation.
Stupid.
How long will 6ix9ine live when he is released from prison?
I think
give
he'll
him a
live a
week.
very happy and long
week.
life.
No
I give
way.
him
I
a
think
week.
he's not going to get touched. I think he's fine.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
the
he's
same
fine too.
person who bet $5 on someone dying at the Area 51 storming, so I'm the wrong person.
Fair enough.
Yo, bet 5 someone dying.
That is
That was a
entirely unethical.
You wanna talk
and
about the
I am
decade.
very
Yeah,
sorry for my
You want to
actions.
talk about moments of the decade?
decade.
The Area
He's just-
51
He's just
storming.
mad that I made it back.
The Area 51 storming has got to be a moment of the decade.
William, you know what I think would be a great way to continue this?
Yeah,
if
what's
you
up?
looked up moments like best moments or key moments in the decade,
I'll
we
do
could all
that.
give our
I would
take
just
on
like
it.
to say that I felt like that $5 was a very safe bet, considering I can control that bet with my own hands.
Okay, so
Facts.
Folks, that is not what you want to see.
No.
When it's going,
That's right. If you're listening to this 3 weeks from now,
wow, I forgot you had a tattoo.
I know. I saw
Yeah.
it.
Crazy.
I tapped it.
you like it?
That's no, it looks sick.
Thanks, man.
William, are you gonna get a tattoo?
Probably.
You totally should. They're awesome. I love
can I
it.
get some input on this chain purchase? Collier, have I shown that to you?
We're not
You
doing
have
this.
not.
on
You
the
should get a
podcast,
tattoo.
sorry.
I might get a tattoo also.
I've thought about
You
a tattoo.
should get a
William,
tattoo.
I just don't know what I
Can
would
we all
do.
get tattoos
Sorry,
together?
guys.
Sure.
You should just also get this.
I'd get a tattoo if like all of you guys got it.
Honestly,
Like I think I would.
We
Like
get
just
the
for
Taurus
the
logo
solidarity.
tatted on us.
I might get a palm
Whoa.
I'd get a palm tree on me.
I'd get a
Saint
palm tree.
Laurent. Saint Laurent has a palm tree chain that is literally y'all's logo.
I'd get it.
Yes.
I'd
You
rather
realize
get
I
I
know,
it.
literally
that's a
looked
it's a
palm trees.
collab.
Sue them.
It's a collab with
Oh,
us.
right, of
Yeah,
course.
with us.
I forgot.
All right, so that's our second sponsor of the night.
Sponsored
Thanks,
by
Yves
YSL.
Saint
YSL.
Laurent.
we have some classy
We're actually trying
sponsors.
to weasel our way into the French market right now. Je ne parle pas français, but we're learning. So just stay tuned.
And you know,
Oui,
me and Bernard,
baguette,
have been
macaroni.
talking quite a bit.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why we brought Joseph on. He's
A pizza.
our resident translator.
Is that French?
Oui, oui.
Pizza?
Oh,
Pizza?
wow. Wait, I forgot we were going French. Not
It's
Italian.
okay.
at
That's
all.
okay.
My
Wait,
bad.
so a lot of these things are like from like 2011, 2012, and I don't know them.
Those
Well,
are
just
just
start
skip forward.
saying 'em.
Skip forward to like 2014.
No, throw them at us.
Yeah, throw them at us. Let's see what we think.
Oh, this is a bad website. It like glitches every time
Give
I
me a
scroll.
good website then.
All right, yeah, we're actually not gonna. I was using.
Damn, Luka
So
Doncic.
just
is
list what's on there. I'm
unstoppable.
curious.
Wait, these are all.
Are
UK
Europeans
websites.
going to take over the
Do
NBA?
you guys remember
I
Dad
hope so.
Boy
I think
as
so.
a meme?
Dap boy.
Yeah.
I like Frog.
Like the frog guy.
Yeah,
Frog.
the frog guy. Yeah.
Frog. PH Frog.
Like, oh shit, I've fallen and I can't what up.
What?
Nice. And I can't. What up?
That
Oh,
now
shit,
you
what
want to
up?
talk about a moment of the decade? Help! I've fallen and I can't get up. Life alert. Think about the times
like
that
that's
you've
been in the-
referenced that
I feel
over
like-
the decade.
I feel like that's been like
that
2
commercial
decades,
has
though.
not run before 2010. There's no way.
I definitely think so, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, but Toy Story 3 apparently is a moment of the decade. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
dude,
that's
Why
that
is
movie
that
was absolutely traumatic.
You know I teared up at the end.
Oh
You
my
know
God.
I
We're talking
didn't
about
see
That
it.
scene in the incinerator, I really thought that they were going to die.
Oh, I do remember that. How do you remember that movie so well?
I haven't seen
I remember
That movie was
I
scarring.
saw that probably when it came out.
All right, let's go. What movie made you most emotional in the
Inter-
past decade?
probably-
Synecdoche, New
Interstellar.
York.
it. Boss Baby.
It gutted
Really?
me. I never felt the same.
The new Apple commercial where it has the up
Synecdoche?
music in it about the
I feel like I
grandma
saw
who's dead. Oh my gosh! I
What?
literally there's
Oh
alright,
yeah, the one
there's a
with
new
the iPad
commercial
or
right
whatever.
now where it's like they give the grandpa an iPad and it has that
Oh
sad music
yeah,
from Up in
yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah.
and it's
Did
like
you not see that?
a thing of the grandpa and the grandma who's dead.
That's
Yeah.
horrible.
Like-
They make like a
Dude,
scrapbook.
I
That
can't
is
handle that commercial
brutal.
because I think our generation also has so much PTSD from like watching Up and like the sad
Yeah.
music that it just registers.
I couldn't finish that movie. I was traumatized.
So that would be your movie
that
of the
and
decade.
Happy Feet.
Dude, Happy Feet was low key kind of
I
sad.
probably-
Chicken Joe, let's.
Okay, Happy Feet did go off though.
No, I'm
I
thinking-
love
I'm not-
that
I'm
movie.
not thinking Happy
I
Feet.
cried so hard in that
I was
movie.
thinking
I
it's
cried
Surf's Up,
watching
that's my
Avengers
bad.
Endgame.
You did.
That
I
was
was
decent.
there. I witnessed that.
And here's the funny thing. That was the second time that I'd seen it. I knew what was going to happen, and I still cried.
Wow. So you were at full.
That
Like,
was-
are you a
I'm
Tony
going to
Stark
pause.
guy?
Hang on. That was maybe the most disrespectful thing I've ever seen in my entire life. No.
That
when
maybe it was.
the moments that got me, when they're all coming out and everyone comes through the wizard portals,
Oh, but
and he
not-
goes,
not Scarlett
Avengers
Johansson's.
Assemble. When he says Avengers Assemble, and every Marvel character
Waterworks.
started crying. Then when Tony
no,
his
I did
last
not
line
start crying at that.
is I am Iron Man.
Time out.
Yeah.
Spoilers for Avengers Endgame. by
Oh,
the way.
sorry, yeah.
Oh yeah. Go. Sorry,
When
brother.
Tony-
You spoiler alert.
When Tony sacrifices himself but says I am Iron Man as his last line, that really hurt me.
I watched
And then
that
the
movie.
funeral scene where they're sending his like first electromagnet off,
Oh yeah.
and it's everyone, and it's his daughter talking to Happy, and he's like trying to console her. That killed me. That was absolutely
So
brutal.
what do you think the song of 2010 was?
I don't know, dude. Can I get
What
some lists?
came out in 2000?
Oh, replay.
Song of the
Replay,
decade,
Ayaz?
Bad
Hard
No.
Rock Anthem.
What
Song
was
of
it?
the decade is Bad and Bougie.
I'm sexy and I know it.
Hotel room service. No, the 2010
Hey,
is
go Pitbull.
Teenage Dream by Katy Perry.
Wow.
That song came on when I was in the car, and I literally.
Can I get a
like,
sample?
I
Katy
was
Perry
I gotta get a
mastered pop music. She was a master of it.
I got to get a sample. I'm.
Like that's
You
what
don't
you
know
get for
Teenage
waking up
Dream?
in
I
Vegas.
do. I just need to remind
Masterpiece.
myself.
Wait, you don't just look
I'm
up the
not-
lyrics and
I'm not-
hum it
yeah,
to
yeah.
yourself.
Oh, you make me feel like I'm living a teenage dream. The way you turn me on,
I can sleep.
Let's run away. Don't ever look back. Don't ever look back. Yep, that's it.
Yep.
That's it.
So,
That's a take, you guys. That's a take.
what do you think one of the biggest moments of 2011 was?
Can I get some options? I don't remember 2011.
I
was
really
in
don't
fifth
remember
grade.
Game of Thrones
pre-2016. So
Game
Wow.
of
So
Thrones.
you want to talk about
Premiered,
something
wow.
interesting? 2011 Game of Thrones premiered. I would say that Game of Thrones reached max popularity about a year and a half ago, because I think it was when HBO, I think at that time, was too small and not enough people were built with like the internet streaming yet. So
Well,
they
yeah,
had
I
to
mean-
wait for us to be old enough to be locked into internet streaming to like really enjoy the
to
show.
go back and watch
I think you
Yeah.
underestimate how many people watched it when
to
it
be
came
fair,
out.
like
Dude,
people
but you
on
know-
HBO
no
only
one
watch like
talked
The
about
Wire
it.
and The Sopranos. So
Right, but The Wire is still called, I think, like the best show
It is,
ever.
yeah.
My dad watched the
I love The Wire.
entire
I've only seen
Sopranos
one
like
episode.
last year.
I know. I'm like 4 seasons in over the past 3 months. So
Really? Of Sopranos? It's pretty
Is it
dark,
good?
isn't it?
it's not that dark. It's pretty good.
What do you think that in the past decade the best TV show that you watched is?
30 Rock.
A whole series. I'm talking not just episode, but you
I
want
like
to go
Breaking Bad.
start
The
to
Office
end.
for the first time.
I'm really bad at finishing shows.
I
I'd probably-
honestly gonna say Breaking. It's
Yeah.
for me. It's Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones.
I liked
I
Breaking
would
Bad.
have said
Breaking
Game of
Bad's
Thrones,
great, but
Breaking Bad was
like
fantastic.
the rest of America,
Honestly,
I was
like-
let down by the final season.
I
so.
like-
See, and
I like Psych. I don't know, man. Like, there's a lot of masterpiece shows out there.
House of Cards, the first like 2 seasons.
Watchmen limited series.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
Watchmen was
Excellent
fantastic.
television.
No, that's true. I didn't even think about that. But here's my thought: when you mentioned being disappointed with the end of Game of Thrones, excuse me, I think that, and spoiler, I'm going to bring up Star Wars.
Spoilers for Game of
Oh my
Thrones and
gosh,
Star
you're
Wars.
spoiling
Spoilers for Game of Star
Spoiler
Wars.
alert! I'm going to bring up Star Wars. I'm not going to
Game of
reference
Wars.
anything. I'm just saying. I think that for the same reason that some people were unhappy with Star Wars, people were unhappy with the end of Game of Thrones.
You can't end
just
anything well.
because exactly
Finales are difficult.
people's expectations are through the roof.
Wait, speaking of finales, has anyone watched Silicon Valley?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah.
Did you watch the finale?
I liked the finale.
The finale was awesome.
It was very good.
It's the
It was
best
well wrapped
finale
up.
of every show I've
It's
ever
totally
seen.
cool.
It reminded me of the Parks
Breaking
and Rec
Bad. It
finale.
wasn't better than Breaking Bad's finale.
No, Breaking Bad's finale was terrible. I hated it.
What?
No, it was really good.
Oh my God! I think
didn't
the
like the
Breaking
way
finale.
they. So many,
I think
too
the
many
Breaking
people
Bad's
died.
finale is the best
yeah,
finale
exactly.
ever.
It was merciless.
That's the point.
For people who haven't
It showed
watched
his
Silicon
full
Valley,
transition. He didn't care. Human.
You
at
don't
the end of the
understand
show,
how good Silicon
human
Valley is.
No,
life
literally
meant nothing.
The finale of Silicon Valley took a sharp left turn, fast forward in time, made it a mockumentary, and it just like tied up everything perfect. It was so on the nose for
I'm with
that
Andrew.
show.
I'm with Andrew. I think that the ending of Breaking Bad was like the perfect wrap up to
Yeah,
show
honestly,
that
yeah.
human life at that point meant absolutely nothing to him. His own life, like nothing.
And he
meant
still went
anything.
out selfishly honorable.
Spoilers
Exactly.
for Breaking Bad, by the way.
God, my lips are feeling a little bit chapped. Could you toss that this way?
You want it?
It's a little bit dehydrated.
You want it right now?
I would love. My lips are chapped.
Lips are chapped,
Oh, no.
faded. But I think
Sponsored by
another
Burt's
huge.
Bees.
I think another huge
Beeswax
story-
lip
sorry.
balm.
I think another huge story of this decade is how Disney owns literally everything. Apparently, 85% of all box office releases this year was Disney.
Well, and something that I
you know
thought
that-
was so interesting was that I learned in media studies that I had not thought about at all.
Oh yeah, you took
Like,
a media studies class?
If you, I did. If you think about
Sorry, shout out to
number
our
of-
third sponsor, Skillshare.com, where Joseph learns his media studies.
and Wix.com,
Skills.
where Skillshare got their start.
Girls
think about-
don't like boys. They
they like cars
Just-
and money.
they like
Know the
Joseph.
line.
All
They
right,
like
hold on.
Joseph.
What are you
They
saying? What are you
like
saying, Joseph?
I would say that it's interesting to think about when you could name all of the different companies that you think you could name right now in relation to any type of media. They are all owned by six
yes.
companies.
Okay, everyone knows this isn't like
Viacom,
You
Disney.
took one class and now you.
That's kind of remarkable, though.
Viacom, Disney, NBC, Comcast.
Yeah, NBC.
You know that when AT&T,
No, it's like Facebook is one.
when AT&T was a
Facebook is
monopoly,
one. Google is
they got split
one.
into 7 companies, and
Yeah.
now 5 of those have since merged.
Yeah, that's
Like I think that's just
unbelievable.
crazy.
insanity.
AT&T owns like just a massive amount of media market.
The government's really afraid of breaking up monopolies now.
Well, no, because it's scary too. Because then you think about like all news just becomes one thing because it's all from.
I learned
one
this
person.
past week too. 4 of the highest grossing films, or 4 of the top 5 highest grossing films of all time, are Disney affiliated.
What
Do you know what?
films
Do you know
are
what
they?
the biggest one is? It's
Endgame.
no,
Avatar's number 2.
no. No.
Avatar
It's,
was-
Were you going to say
Williams.
Titanic?
I'm saying
Walker
Doctor
box
is
Strange.
office. It's
Were you gonna
it's
say
an old
Titanic?
movie.
You're-
No, it's
No, William
Old
Walker
Yeller
is
or whatever.
correct. Walker is correct.
no. I literally no.
Are you
it's-
saying like adjusted for inflation?
Adjusted
Oh,
for inflation.
okay.
It's,
Okay,
it's,
not adjusted. It's Endgame is number 1, Avatar's number 2, which is really controversial because, get this, James Cameron is re-releasing Avatar
Really?
in
Yeah, he is. I remember
2021 in like preparing for Avatar 2 to come out.
There's Avatar 2.
Yeah, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are all coming out in the early 2020s.
I think that it's fantastic
Wow.
now that you're
He,
seeing
he filmed all of them. That's why there's been such a big gap.
you're seeing all these old movies come
Damn.
back. Like the next Top Gun, I think is going to be fantastic.
But Titanic is 3.
I'm just so tired of sequels.
I don't
I'm
think,
so tired.
and I don't think that I can live through another Top Gun. Watching Goose die.
I won't watch.
Oh
it.
my goodness, you have to watch it. You know
Goose
you're gonna watch it.
dies.
I'm not going to watch it. I'm not going to
Spoilers
lie
for
to you.
Really?
Top Gun.
Really, you're.
I
Not
really
gonna
don't
watch
think
it.
I'm going to watch Top Gun 2. I can't
Gone with
see
the
myself
Wind.
doing
That's
that.
it. What did I
Tom
say? Old
Cruise
Yeller?
is like
Yeah,
Is
you
that the
said
same
Old
thing?
Yeller.
Not the same.
No.
Absolutely not.
Whoa.
Not even
Is
close.
Gone with the Wind the same as Old Yeller's about a dog dying?
You ever seen
What is
Margaret
Gone with the
Mitchell
Wind?
Drive in unnamed city that we may or may not live in?
What did you
Yeah.
say?
Gone with the Wind
Margaret
is,
Mitchell,
frankly,
she
my
wrote
dear,
that.
I don't
Oh,
give a
yeah.
damn. It's like a love story in the Civil War.
Andrew, your lips look chapped.
And faded.
Margaret
Yoss me
Mitchell.
it.
Sponsored by Burt's Bees.
Did you just,
My lips are chapped.
but did you just?
Did you just unchap your lips?
You about it?
I'm
I
still
might.
coming down.
I might.
Dude, it's the best chapstick in the world. I actually, on a serious note, that other brand with the white and black packaging, I think it's literally just called chapstick.
Yeah.
Hate it.
Really? That's my
It's- I
I
favorite.
think that
I
the
think
texture
I
of it
always
is
use chapstick
very
brand.
odd.
I can only Burt's Bees or Aquaphor. That's it.
I only use chapstick.
Aquaphor.
I
If
only
you
use
want a good
Aquaphor.
job,
Aquaphor- going to
you have
sleep
to do
with
Aquaphor,
on the
dude.
lips, that gets the job done. I
Dude,
will
people
say.
who are gonna listen to this are gonna hate us. We are all over the place.
I know, we
could
really
not
are.
finish a
Yo,
kind
yeah, drop it down south. What kind of
What kind of
it hit.
chapstick do you
It
use?
hit.
We didn't make it
certainly
past
did.
2011. We
Drop
were talking
down
about
south.
this
What kind of
decade.
chapstick
Okay,
you
all right,
use?
all right, all right. What do you guys think is the best album of this decade?
September.
How could you possibly answer that? I mean,
No.
To Pimp a Butterfly is
No.
maybe almost objectively,
I think
but
the
also,
Good
yeah,
Kid.
but like 2 or 3.
I think the Good Kid, Mad City is better than.
I don't care why we're talking
Butterfly.
about Kendrick Lamar. Oh my god!
Because Kendrick Lamar is
That
an
was
incredible
this decade.
artist,
Woo! Heating up.
but also Blonde is magical.
That's
But
awesome.
there's also a lot of alternative albums that I really love that I think might be the best. So I don't know if you guys would agree with me on that.
Rodeo.
Like
I mean,
Shoots
I'm
Too
with you.
Narrow. Or like
Rodeo.
Rodeo is also
How
incredible.
many Travis Scott albums can you name, Joseph?
I think Rodeo is my favorite.
I mean, there's
All
Rodeo.
of them.
There's Birds in the Trap, Sing McKnight.
Very good.
There's Astro World. If you want to count the EPs, there's Days Before Radio. Or
Radio.
Rodeo.
Let's go.
And that's it actually.
That was actually a really cool.
I mean, unless you wanna
alternative
count
album
Unless you want
when
to count Jack
Travis
Boys.
Scott went and did 1930s music days before radio.
Road.
You can
Days
count if you
Before
want to count
Radio.
Jack Boys. You can count Jack Boys, but that's kind of more of a collab. Honestly, if you think of top songs of the decade, I think that you have to put "Pick Up the Phone" up in there. I'm just
I think
I don't.
Sicko
I
Mode-
don't think that.
Sicko Mode
As a
would be higher than
non-Travis
Pick
Scott-
Up the Phone.
what?
I don't think any of those would be on there.
I'm not saying it's Sicko
Pick
Mode
Up
is
the
bigger than
Phone
Pick Up
is a
the Phone
great
for
song.
sure.
Walker,
Pick Up the Phone
come
is a
on.
great song, but I don't think it would be
It's a great
on the.
song,
I don't think it'd be
but,
on the
like,
top 20
critically,
songs of the
absolutely not.
decade.
No, yeah, it's not in there.
I
at
mean,
all.
if you're thinking even if
But
even if
granted,
it's
I
just
do have
hip-hop,
different
even if
tastes.
it's just hip hop, you don't think that Pick Up the
hip
Phone would
hop,
be in there?
hip hop, no. Actually,
saw
we're
a
just
really-
gonna Google this. But
I saw a
feel
very
like
interesting tweet the other day, and it was putting rappers into tiers, and it said that the only tier 1 rapper is Drake.
That's such a lie.
I did see
Not
this.
K-Dot?
Did you also see that tweet?
Academics
Kendrick
posted it.
Yeah,
Lamar.
you
Yeah,
also
Jake
saw
I don't
that
know
tweet.
how you can have that tweet and not include Kanye West.
Kanye,
Because
that's what I was
Kanye
thinking.
made like
Kanye, Jay Z,
Kanye's
Kendrick,
taking a turn.
J.
J.
Cole.
Cole. Yeah.
no, but you can't think about modern Kanye. You have to think about Kanye's career in its entirety.
Yeah, exactly.
Waves. Oh my goodness.
But like
Literally,
late registration,
Ultra light beam.
my
College
Dark Twisted
Dropout,
Fantasy is
My
literally
Dark Twisted
like,
Fantasy, absolute masterpiece.
That's a perfect album.
808s. I think Yeezus might be
Frankly,
my
and
favorite.
it's not like a super popular one. I loved Yay.
We're taking a break, sponsored by G Fuel. That is gamer energy drink made for gamers by gamers. But also sponsored by Prince.
Okay, wait. So, all right, we're back.
The iPhone 4 was released this decade.
Isn't that
You
freaky?
serious? That's the second edition of the iPhone.
Third.
No,
Or
oh my
3GS.
god.
You're
No, wasn't it
wrong.
the 3?
It's
No.
technically the third.
No, the iPhone 3
and
was the
iPhone
first thing.
3GS were just
No,
it's
there's an
not.
original iPhone. My first phone was an original iPhone. Fun
Actually,
fact.
are you
Yeah.
serious?
I
Jesus.
still have it in my room.
Wow.
I have one too.
We have one.
Does she
yeah.
turn on?
Yeah, it turns on. I mean, it'll be like a collector's item one day. I guess.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
my mom like waited in line the first day.
Are you
and Got
serious?
it? Yeah.
That's
Wow.
incredible. I
For
remember
you,
those
or was it
lines.
hand-me-down?
Holy crap. That
As
doesn't,
a hand me down.
that doesn't
Yeah.
happen anymore. I
It was
forgot
it was
about
her
that.
first
because
phone. It
everything's
was
it was
online.
like it came out in 2007.
It was her phone.
That's
and
a big
then
memory of the
my
2010s
brother's.
is the iPhone Apple Store lines.
Dude, think about how much technology has advanced in this past decade.
That's so
Chew
true,
on
though.
that.
It's interesting how it happens. The technology is advanced, but on the whole, innovation has slowed.
But
That's
like
true.
think about
Could you
Amazon.
explain that a little bit?
Yeah, so like the rate of practical inventions and things that significantly alter life has slowed. However, technology
Yeah,
has
it's slowed
rapidly
ever
it's
since the
because-
Industrial Revolution.
Well, that's true
Not
because
necessarily.
As of right now, until we make a major technological
On a general
breakthrough.
trend, yes, but it's been more of a rapid halt now, and people are wondering if we're running out of ideas. I don't believe that.
The thing is, innovation has become digital.
Right, it just happens on
completely.
such a different scale, I think.
Yeah.
But also, there's like people don't really factor in like in-home innovation, or anything like that.
You have to
and,
think
like,
of. I mean, you have to think about like stuff like Waze and like stuff like that. Like that is like an invention for our
Waze is
generation.
It's just the whole
Right,
idea
yeah.
of cell phones in general, though. Smartphones.
yeah.
The fact that I'm sitting on my phone right now, like talking to people that are on the other side of the world.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
But what I think is interesting is like more
Oh.
businesses.
part of the world.
More
That's a
bus-
boom
sorry.
for one of our listeners. I hope you're enjoying London. Anyway,
Good, good for her.
she's not in London. Where is she? She's
in
She's
England.
just in England.
England.
But
Anyway.
but more
Poor
businesses opened under the Carter administration than are opening now. Not only was he a hated president, but I think that's just an interesting thing.
So let's get into our favorite presidents of the decade.
There are really only two. So
Wow.
And moving on.
John Cena.
Da, 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 da.
That was this decade.
what's your movie of the decade?
Pulp
Dude,
Fiction.
I can't
by
answer
Quentin
questions
Tarantino.
like
Pulp
this.
Fiction.
Seven.
I know.
Seriously.
I'm going to hate myself if I say any answers to
I'd
this.
say about
so.
7.
Like
What was your worst movie of the decade?
About 7.
7. Honestly, 7 is a great movie, and it might be one of my favorite movies of the decade.
You know what happened
It's a
today?
great, like honestly, unironically, it's
My
a
Seven
least
was
favorite
this
movie of the
decade?
decade
Movie?
was the Emoji Movie.
Is that a movie?
Yeah, 7's a great movie.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
What year
no,
did that
it's
come
you
out?
should. You'd,
I bet
actually,
the Emoji
you'd-
movie was terrible.
Joseph, you'd love 7.
Stop calling me Joseph.
Shut up, Joseph. That's
Joseph.
your name. You're a guest on this podcast.
I'm so sorry your
you will be
parents
called
named you
whatever
that.
we want.
However,
Joseph.
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 Oh crap! All right, here's one for y'all. 2011, everyone was planking.
Oh, that got dangerous.
That
you
was
guys,
fun.
you guys aren't still
people
planking?
died
dude,
planking.
my favorite picture on the entire internet is that girl planking on the McDonald's sign, like literally 50 feet in the air.
Yeah,
And it
yeah.
just, the caption is 2011 was a simpler time.
Dude, I told you, people died planking. Like, that was an insane trend.
Do you remember when there was like all those like don't walk and text things because like
Yeah.
people were dying from walking and texting?
Remember all the times people thought the world would end? Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Like May 2012, then December
the Mayan
2012.
calendar?
Yeah,
It's gone.
dude, how wild was that?
Well, I mean, people also thought that the world would end.
Dude, I have
the
a confession.
2000.
I was literally like, 2012, like December 21st, 2012, when like the world was supposed to end. I was supposed to go on a vacation away from my family
Uh-oh.
on December 21st.
Uh-oh.
Because
Wow.
this was like right after I had moved to Houston from Atlanta. So after I had moved, I went to go visit some friends in Atlanta, and I literally I said goodbye to my family. Like I thought that might be the last time I ever see them.
Wow.
Dude,
GG.
my young walk star was like, hug your family and say like come to peace with it. And I
Yeah.
was like,
So
I
you
did.
really thought that was
So you
over.
came to terms with it.
I did. Dude,
So does that mean you're now prepared to die at any moment?
oh yeah, easily.
Cool. All right.
There's no point of living.
So
in
you think
fear
you've
of
already
death.
beat out your life expectancy?
No, it's not the life expectancy. There's no point of living in fear of death because what
Right.
benefit does that have to
There's
anyone?
a psychological term for
Yeah.
that I'm blanking on. Oh, it's terror management. Terror management
Terror
is
management.
literally all that it is managing your fear of mortality.
yeah.
Everyone possesses terror management, and
Well,
it's
it's the same
the
thing.
only purpose of the function is not being afraid of your own mortality.
That's my same thing with stress. Like I don't really stress about much because there's no point. Like
No,
all it
neither
does
do I.
is hurt you.
Like if we think of certain individuals, one individual in particular that we know of who happens to stress a lot that I happen to go to school with,
Yeah, I know
To an
exactly what
obnoxious
you're
point.
yeah.
I'm like, dude, why? It doesn't help you. Just be productive. Just do better.
I'd rather just be at peace, get what you need, do what you got to do.
Frankly, someone
get
could
some
have a heart
sleep.
attack and die right now during this podcast.
What is no? Wait, I like zoned out a little bit and I'm confused.
It's morbid now. I'm sorry.
We've taken a turn.
Hey, news.
Andrew, you got anything else for us over there?
I mean, we're talking about mortality, and Andrew hasn't said a word.
Well, yeah, I have some differing opinions on stress.
Just, you know.
But
Deal with
in January 2018, there was that fake missile thing in Hawaii.
Oh, that was crazy.
That was
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
The missile arm.
What would you guys, speaking of mortality, like if that popped up on your phone, like what's the first thing you'd go and do?
Probably text a bunch of people.
Yeah.
you
That'd
wouldn't
be
even,
so embarrassing.
You wouldn't
though.
even call?
About what? Like if
I don't
what popped
get-
up
you
on my
don't
phone?
get
The
what
world
the
was
deal-
ending. You wouldn't call?
I don't get what the deal
No, because
is.
dude, you got to maximize efficiency.
Yeah,
at that
call
point.
That's a
might take
copy
too
and
much
paste
time.
right
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, but
no,
okay,
straight
but-
up, it's probably a copy and paste.
Copy and pasting.
Dude,
There might be
what?
some people
Hey,
getting the
nice
same
to know you.
text.
I don't.
Dude,
I don't.
there's-
Personalize the entire.
There's only so many people I care about enough to like want to say anything
All
to
five of
before
you
I
would
died.
get the same text. Actually, I put it in the group chat.
Dude, I'd go. I'd
bro.
go.
Thanks.
I'd go find my
That's
dog
hilarious.
and I'd just be like, "Come here."
Yeah,
buddy."
honestly.
I don't
like,
get what the
spend-
deal is
Spend
with
the moments
people-
with the ones that like really love you.
I don't get what the deal is with people and like not calling because you guys know I only call.
Yes, and it's annoying.
I don't.
Oh,
text.
I have a friend that's even worse about it.
You know what's funny, Cole?
I have a friend that's even worse about it than you, and it's so obnoxious.
Let me tell you why
but
I
he'll
text.
FaceTime. He goes straight to
Bruh.
FaceTime.
So you know what's funny, Claire?
What?
Is every time I get a phone call, my dad just assumes it's you.
Yeah, because I call people. My
And-
apologies. So I'm
Yeah.
a good guy.
Dude, I
That has
text
I
nothing
like
to do with
talking
being a
to
good
people.
person.
I text people so people can respond on their own time.
Exactly.
That's the
I might not
only
want to
reason
answer
I do
your
it.
phone call.
Is because I don't want to interrupt anything.
Yeah.
I'd rather someone respond to me when they feel like they
Yeah.
should respond.
And they can craft it out, and they can be clever, and they can, do what they need to do.
That was a nice dunk.
We're actually courtside right now at every NBA game.
The lake show.
In
It's
the
like
mountains.
a multicast. If you can imagine being surrounded by VR, that's kind of what we're doing.
We're actually each at a separate NBA game.
We're Skyped in.
I
This is a
am
really
Elon
inefficient way of
Musk.
doing it, but this is just how it worked out.
Nice.
Sorry, I'm looking for. All right, Spotify came to the U.S. in 2011 as well. That changed everything
Spotify in
forever.
2011
Yeah.
was Spotify the one that changed it though. What about Pandora?
Pandora was big before Spotify, but I
No.
only had Spotify.
What's the one? What was that one? Groove Shark.
Groove Shark, yeah.
Groove Shark was huge.
Groove Shark was huge. What was the guy
What
that
are you
every-
playing on your freaking phone? Stop
He's
playing.
on FaceTime.
He was literally
With
FaceTime.
who?
with
FaceTime
somebody.
me.
With who?
Someone FaceTime me. I just
Why was that a
Anyway.
good idea?
Anyway,
I had to answer really quick.
I think you guys are forgetting about Napster. Napster is actually where it started.
What is
Wow.
Napster?
Oh,
21
wow.
Savage's
That is
Napster
for
to
someone
Thank.
who likes to talk about how much media studies you take and you don't know about
Listens to
Napster.
rap
for
and doesn't
real.
know Napster.
Yeah, facts.
Do you know how Napster got its name?
Oh, actually, I have a question for you guys.
Okay, never
Wait,
mind.
no.
It's in the- it's
It'll
in the
come after
social
this. How did
network, isn't
Napster
it?
get its name?
So, what'd you say?
It's in the social network.
What do you mean?
Doesn't Justin Timberlake play like the guy who started Napster in the social network?
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
what that is. Yeah, that's a great movie.
Well, William, how did it get its name?
So
I
the
know
guy
what
that
that is.
started it, and he had nappier hair, and he was often just called the Napster. So when he came up with Napster, he just named his thing Napster.
Comical.
That's cool.
huh?
That's awesome.
How do you guys feel about Edward Snowden?
I
Also
want
this
you to
decade.
know, my like intro to Edward Snowden was when John Oliver did an interview with
Yeah.
Edward Snowden, and Snowden showed up 3 hours late to a warehouse in Russia that was life changing. Honestly,
I get this is embarrassing, but I get Snowden confused with the guy that's in charge of the Hunger Games.
Snow.
Snow?
Yeah.
Snow.
What about Jon Snow? Does he get into the mix?
He
The
doesn't
Hunger
watch-
Games is definitely a big thing this decade.
He doesn't
That's
watch Game of
crazy.
Thrones.
In 2011,
oh, I
Harry
totally-
Potter ended.
That's freaky.
That's pretty big.
I remember going to that movie too.
I read all three.
Where is the extra sound coming from? What is someone doing?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You do this
Caller.
every episode. You tap things and you bump things and you.
My apologies. What happened to Luca?
Oh wow!
What's up?
Ooh.
Will you stop? Like you, if
I'm
you're
reading who Edward Snowden is.
Oh my god!
How the hell do you not know who Edward Snowden is?
dude, again, for someone who flexes
Media
your one
studies.
media
Actually,
studies
Joseph
class.
over there has been in a coma for 9 of the last 10 years.
So you're not really contributing much to the conversation here.
No, I just looked up who he was.
Fair enough.
Kind of a gunky looking dude. He looks like.
Okay.
Yes. Well,
Maybe don't say that.
Oh my bad.
Yeah, that was bad. Anyway, do we have any other?
In March
Ooh, Cambridge
2011.
Analytica.
When did that happen?
That was bad.
like a year. or two ago?
2016.
Was that really
no,
2016?
2017.
Okay, I
2017.
Oh
was
wait,
about to
that was
say.
a dumb thing for me to. That was the 2016 election. I don't know why I acted like I didn't know when that was.
Yeah, that was bad.
Didn't we? Oh, I talked about that once for like a whole episode because I just watched that movie.
Yeah.
Which
yeah.
movie?
Well,
How do you guys feel about the fact that there's nowhere you can go that they don't know exactly where you are?
Yeah, that's kind of scary.
lies.
That's just no. It's not even a
Nice
lie.
go.
at this
I
It's
point.
not a lie.
It's
if I
good.
leave
It's good
all
they
my
think that.
electronics, I can go wherever I want.
If you leave all your electronics, but honestly, that's not really true either. It really isn't. Like if you make a Google search about something
Yeah.
and then go into a store, Google knows you went to that store after making the search.
You forgot
Whether
about
or not
the,
you
the
have your
government
phone.
issued tracking chips they put in all of us when we were born.
Yeah,
Oh, I totally forgot.
you keep
about those.
forgetting.
Oh,
Well, who had the
also,
big Harlem Shake? There was the
were
was it the
literally
Harvard
so many
swim
people.
team? You know that one
underwater?
where they
That
were
was
all
crazy.
underwater. That one
Yeah.
was sick.
Dude, Harvard's sports teams continue to go viral.
Because they also had
They
the
Call
Call
Me
Me Maybe with
Yeah.
in the car. Yeah, in the van.
they were in the car and
baseball
then
team.
they did the two arms.
The
and
Harvard
then
baseball.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was huge.
That was Harvard
That
baseball.
was huge. That was absolutely massive.
Wow. Did you guys ever learn how to do the cup song when Pitch Perfect
No.
came out?
Yeah.
Can,
I
you,
did.
can anyone do it right now?
Andrew's the only one.
Someone
who
hold the
owned
mic
up
for
to
him.
it.
I'm not doing it right now.
If you give me like a plastic cup, yeah.
Can we just all
probably,
sing it
but-
together like we sang Teenage Dream at the beginning of this?
I got my ticket.
Wait, when does it start?
I
How's
got
it-
my ticket
for
for the long way around.
Dum, dum, dum,
2 bottles whiskey for the way.
dum, dum, dum,
And
dum,
I sure would like some sweet company. And I'm leaving tomorrow. What do you say? When I'm gone. When I'm gone. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my hair. You're gonna miss me everywhere. It's ironic.
You're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
I
You guys
am.
really fell off there.
Please don't copyright strike
We
us.
started laughing.
Yeah, that might be game. It's been nice having this podcast. Sorry, I pitched
No,
perfect.
you weren't paying attention to why we started laughing, but it's
Yeah.
fine.
Nope, I wasn't.
Okay.
We will miss him by his hair.
Did you guys ever do the ice bucket challenge?
I never
do the
did
ice
it.
bucket. It might even still be on my Instagram.
I did it.
did
I
it.
think it's on my
I'm
Instagram.
pretty sure it's still on my Instagram.
I'm
Let me
like
check that
7.
shit.
Oh no, I deleted it.
Well,
I don't know
there
if
you
I've
go.
ever deleted a post.
I just cleared out my Instagram before I got to school.
I cleared out my Finsta like 2 days ago.
I don't have a Finsta. I've never felt the need.
Or
Just
did
kidding.
you guys ever?
Yeah, keep going. Those have been
Never
good.
have I.
Did you guys
ever-
in the past decade?
Anyway, next question.
That was hate news.
that was hate now,
That was
so I'll
hate
tell you
now.
that much. Did you guys think it was blue and black or white and gold?
It was white
Great
and gold.
question.
It was
Oh
white
my
and
White and
gold.
gold.
God, it
Was it
blue and
Laurel
black.
or
Blue
Yanni?
and black.
Was
Yanni
it
or
Laurel
Laurel?
Yanni?
Yeah.
Laurel.
I heard
was
both.
Laurel.
I actually heard both. I never
I'm
saw.
pretty
white
sure
and
it
gold.
was
It was
both.
always
I'm
blue.
gonna
and
be
I
black.
completely
saw
honest
white
with
and
you.
gold once.
I think it was white and gold. I also think it was two.
I did. I don't know how it happens. I really have no
It's
idea how it
not
happens.
two different
I really
pictures.
thought it was two different pictures.
I
I'm, like,
still don't
convinced.
understand the phenomenon
I'm still
behind
convinced,
it.
I'm still convinced that that's some stupid conspiracy.
That like the government changes it per
Yeah,
phone.
like I'm literally thinking.
that's what the
still
government
some
wants to do to
stupid
you.
Conspiracy.
wow, Steve Jobs died.
Did you guys ever crawl into a zoo enclosure and make them shoot a gorilla?
Rest in peace, Harambe.
First thing first, rest in peace, Uncle Harambe. For real.
Fun fact:
He was the only father I ever
Pour
knew.
one out for him.
the first club I ever joined in high school was the Harambe Club.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. I remember all those things being put up in the library.
Did you guys ever play Pokemon Go?
I've never even downloaded the app.
I
Wow.
play
Are
Pokemon.
you serious?
yeah,
Go.
that's like.
I thought we did map. I thought you played when we were at map that one year.
No,
Really?
no.
That's unbelievable.
when you guys
I thought
did
that was
map.
a phenomenon. My brother still plays.
No, dude. There's.
I know a lot of
still
people
has
that
a
still
very
play.
loyal following.
My brother
Yeah.
actually
My
totaled
roommate
his car
plays.
because he was driving and playing Pokemon Go.
Your brother's an
That
absolute
is a
animal,
true
dude.
story.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Did anyone get harmed?
Totaled?
Total. Literally, it got a new car because of it.
What did he?
Did
Yeah.
anyone get harmed in the process?
No.
Okay, that's good. We can
But
laugh.
the car in front of him got so rear-ended. Their trunk was smashed.
You know what I was thinking about while driving the other day?
What?
People that have baby on board stickers. Is it?
I think that those are so
Oh my God.
ridiculous.
Oh my God.
Well,
Do
hold
you
up, hold
expect
up,
me
hold
to
up.
change my
Every time
driving?
out.
You
Every
guys
time
clearly
out.
don't know what they're
have a
for.
baby
You
on
don't know
board?
what they're for. You
Well,
don't know what
literally,
they're
you
for.
don't know what
Zax,
they're
you got
for.
it. You got it. You got it.
No,
you
no,
got it.
I give this to you.
Okay.
You had it first.
Okay. Baby on board stickers are so if the car ever gets in a car crash, the EMTs know to get the baby out first. That is literally
Yes.
what they're for. It's
Are we
so
sure
that
about that?
it's so that medical staff knows to go for the baby
Okay,
first.
so
Do you think they're just
hypothetic-
trying to entice you to not rear end them? I don't.
Yeah,
Well,
it's not
I
like
saw-
don't
I
honk
saw
at
one-
me, I have a baby.
Well, I saw one the other day that was like humans on board or something like that, and I
Yeah,
thought
it's
that
just
was
a
funny.
stickers
meme.
are
No,
stupid.
the only reason those stickers exist is because of that misconception that
Yeah.
you guys think that it's literally
Well,
just
If
a
it's
big-
such
like,
a
I have
misconception, then
baby.
why
So are
does
you-
anyone know?
Are you supposed to take it off when the
Saxon, I
baby's
know.
not on board?
At what age are you supposed to take the sticker off? That's my question.
At what age are you not a baby?
Yeah.
Oh my
Aren't adults
God.
just babies with money?
Wait, but
Wait,
I
hang
think
on.
so.
Can we? I need to take.
let's get back on track.
How
All
much
right,
longer are we
anyway.
casting for?
Let's do another 27 minutes.
I don't know. I'm
Are
really
you
enjoying
serious?
No, like
this. Okay,
we just kind of have to come to a conclusion.
It's 10:50. Let's crank to
let's
11
get through the
and then
decade.
see where we're
No,
feeling.
we're getting through the decade.
Are you serious, dude?
Getting
We're
through
in
the
like
decade.
2012.
We're
Dude, we're in 2015. We're in
Oh my
2015.
God, dude, no.
Yeah, 5 more years. That's it.
Okay, all right. Did you guys all have Vines? I hope.
No,
you
I did not.
Are you serious?
I never
I
had
never
a
had a
Vine.
Vine.
I did.
Dude,
I did
what?
walk.
Literally, like
It took
Vine
up too
jokes
much. Here's the
made me
reason.
So happy.
And then it took up too much
Vine
storage
is
on my
really
phone.
Funny.
Really?
I didn't want to lose all my other stuff that I had on my phone, and Vine had so much storage, and I never really got it. TikTok is just the new Vine, and that's why I don't have a TikTok.
Someone said this to me a couple weeks ago, and it really resonated. That maybe Vine compilations aren't that funny. I just haven't been happy since I was 12.
Okay, so
I
you
saw
basically,
that, yeah.
so you basically just saw that Christmas meme and applied it to Vines.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
No,
No, I didn't see a Christmas meme actually.
You haven't seen the meme that's like, "Oh, Christmas isn't as fun as anymore," and it's like, "No, you just haven't been as happy as you were when you were 12." You
Mm.
never saw that.
No.
Probably
it's the same
seen that.
meme recycled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those memes.
The point is, none of us have been happy since we were 12.
Yeah, it's probably true.
I'd
Someone
argue
hit
I'm
the dub
happier
button
now
on
than when
accident
I was
and the
12.
bomb button.
I'm not gonna lie.
Zach, do
You
you
should
want more
leave the room.
chapstick?
Did you guys ever own a fidget spinner?
Never.
No.
I
No, but I found one on the ground and took
me
it.
as well. That's what I was gonna say. I found a broken one and I kind of fixed it. And
I'll be honest with you, I never really got the hang of it, like the mechanism.
My
Yeah.
sister had one, and the only thing I ever did with it was put it on my nose and try to spin it on my nose because I saw that in someone's story and it was sick.
I did one on each toe once. It was kind of cool. Like no,
Serious?
I remember you
no,
doing
no,
that.
my
I saw
big
that on
toes,
your
my
story.
big toes, my big
No,
toes.
but that's
yeah.
actually pretty sick.
It was sick. I had them both on my big toes.
How'd
and I
you
was like,
how did you manage to spin them?
I
and
think my
have them on
sister
your
helped me, but
Oh.
it was cool.
It was a 2-man job.
It was. I have the picture somewhere. There's also a stink bug on the ceiling, and it hasn't moved this entire episode.
Oh,
Serious?
cool.
That's a little bit concerning.
And you
the
guys are wondering what we're
Patreon
gonna have for
viewers will know.
breakfast tomorrow.
I'm probably gonna have those Eggo waffles.
Yeah, we got Eggo waffles.
I want those.
And
I
there's
honestly,
syrup.
I might have to.
Joke was completely ignored.
No.
No kidding.
I just want to be Turn's little toaster strudel.
We bought 24 Eggo waffles.
I will
I'm
power
thinking
through
tonight.
them.
You want to make
Power
some
through
tonight?
them, dog.
I might have one tonight. I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
I could see myself doing that. Wait,
we bought
do we have
24.
do we have syrup here?
Yes, there's some in the cabinet. I saw
Yeah.
it.
All right. Awesome.
It might be expired 3 years ago.
Who cares,
however.
dude?
Syrup?
That's
No,
just-
I
it's
think
just
that I
sugar.
think that syrup is something that I don't want to worry about. Mayonnaise expires.
Does
Is
it, though?
mayonnaise
My
technically a
dad
dairy
used it
product?
Today.
I'm pretty sure mayonnaise is considered a dairy product. Like
Yes,
mayonnaise
it is.
expires. It will like curdle and make you very sick.
Isn't sour cream essentially just expired mayonnaise?
No,
Oh
there's
my
no way.
God.
So you're just putting sour cream on your sandwich. There's no problem.
I like sour cream.
Sour
love
cream
sour
on
cream.
bagel,
I hate
yummy,
sour
yummy
cream.
in my tummy.
I do not.
I
like sour
remember
cream
that
at
at
all.
Verde. Walker,
wait,
you
no,
were
that's
so
cream
mad they had
cheese.
Dude,
sour
I literally
cream.
like. I just can't eat sour cream. It's so gross.
Very
to me.
different
Always
things.
has
You
been.
don't want to put
And, like,
sour cream on a bagel.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
know.
someone that-
Sometimes I confuse cream cheese and sour cream.
That's
that's
disgusting.
fatal potentially.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not someone who
don't
like
like
has a
sour
very
cream.
limited palate, but like
No, 'cause
I
you eat
can't
more than anyone
sour
I know.
cream. I cannot eat sour cream.
I like sour cream.
Like I'll go like loaded baked potato, everything but sour cream.
Interesting. I feel like
Nah,
that's
I'm
what
good.
ties it all together.
I just can't. My sister will take a loaded baked potato, dump it into a bowl, scrape it out of the skin, and then mix it.
I'll dump
Like,
my
stir
potato
it.
in your bowl.
Interesting.
Would you guys like a funny anecdote? Actually,
Sure,
if
tell
we're
us
talking about
about
my
it.
sister's just weird eating habits.
Yes.
So back when we were little, we would get like vanilla ice cream with chocolate sauce,
Yes.
and as a well-cultured person would, we'd
Okay.
mix it up. So it's like
Yes.
a milkshake in the bowl.
Oh, of course.
So my sister, when she was like,
Would you add a little milk to it so it gets a little thinner?
never, but that's actually a great idea.
That's what I do a lot.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. But my sister had no idea that mixing it would give it the like milkshake consistency. So I caught her one time when she was 4. She ate the ice cream, just not mixed whatsoever, chewed it up, spit it right back into the bowl
Oh.
because it gave it the milkshake consistency.
She baby birded that thing.
She did baby bird that, and she was fully prepared to eat that entire bowl after she had already chewed it once.
Oh,
That's an
that's like
interesting
how
anecdote.
deer eat.
That's how baby birds eat, perhaps.
That's like how a cow eats the second time.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Maybe if you were gonna add to the conversation, you would talk into a microphone.
Don't cows have like 8 stomachs? Yeah, they do.
I think. Do they have 8 or 7?
Oh, thanks for joining the conversation, Collier.
I honestly think they only have 3, but yeah,
I think you're right.
I think that's
actually.
it's weird saying only about 3 stomachs, but is what
I
it
have
is.
4.
Who is someone you just absolutely hate?
I don't think that that's something that we could say on this podcast, but I could name a couple people.
That's for the Patreon viewers.
Absolutely heinous.
Who?
You.
Oh, thanks, Collier.
Do you guys remember watching the Eclipse in 2017?
Yes.
I
Wait,
only
wasn't that
remember
a huge thing at school?
Yes, we all went on broils.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, no,
I don't even think I got to go on broils. I think that they made us stay in class.
There was like some teachers let you, some teachers didn't.
I literally only remember that day because I have a Snapchat story saved where it was like the glasses, like the Eclipse glasses, and it said always use protection.
I have that exact same Snapchat.
and I captioned it.
I think I have that.
Yeah,
Does that cross a line?
I don't know.
we support on this podcast.
If you've
No,
watched,
we don't.
if you've watched Mean
Okay.
Girls,
All right, let's get back on track here.
Dude, what track are we on?
I don't know, but we need
what do you
10
think
more
about
minutes.
the
You wanna blow up
evolution
some
of rap
fireworks?
music in this
I want to
decade?
blow
What
up
did you
some
just say?
fireworks.
What do you guys think about the evolution of rap music in the 2010s?
It's changed dramatically, and I think we are
What happened to the
not
TV?
better off now than we
What
were.
did happen to the TV? I don't know. I'm not looking at it. How about
Gentlemen.
Taylor Swift?
Gentlemen, it's been a fantastic decade. We've grown, we've learned, we've come together,
That's right.
and now,
Like the Beatles on iTunes.
frankly, most of us are about to be alive for 2 whole decades on this earth and are now entering a
Most.
new chapter in our lives, except for Collier, obviously, who's 84. But
What are you unwrapping over there, big guy?
entering a new decade in our
Sprinklers.
lives.
Some sparklers.
You would, of all the fireworks that we have, open the sparklers.
Well, if we're gonna do any of them in this basement, we're gonna do the sparklers in the
We're
basement.
not lighting sparklers inside.
That's what you thought.
You were the one that said, let's not ruin the house.
I don't think I said that.
No, Collier.
Do you guys remember when you turn on the radio and all it would be
LOL, the
is
radio.
Mommy
Idina
Chula?
Menzel's "Let It Go" from Frozen?
That was never on the radio,
No,
was
that
it?
wasn't
Yes,
on
it
the
was.
radio.
That was
too
literally
late, dude.
that was literally number
Why were you
one on the
listening?
top 40.
Why were you listening to the radio
Dude,
at that
there
point?
there was literally only Pandora back
Wrong. Wrong.
I
Let
used
it
to
go? Are
used
you
to listen
kidding?
to
you were
Mad
listening
Pandora.
to the wrong station. Collier is now fun.
I don't think I ever used Pandora.
then. I
My
didn't either.
dad, I never used it
I
myself. My
definitely used
dad,
Pandora.
My
loved
dad has been
Pandora.
using it
Back
like
in
more
my golfing
recently.
Dad
days,
loves
used so much
Pandora. I don't
Pandora.
I
know
had
why.
free Spotify, and that's it. I just
Wow.
find a playlist
Wow,
and shuffle.
flex. Oh, you had free Spotify, not you got it for free.
Yes.
Well, here was the hack. The hack used to be is that if you pulled Spotify up on your computer, you essentially had the paid version.
Elaborate.
Like on your phone. On your phone, you couldn't play individual songs, right? You had to shuffle. On your laptop, you could play individual songs through the web player.
I'm a Apple Music kind of guy.
Well, now that I pay for it, I am too.
Wasn't Justin Bieber popular this decade?
Oh,
Like-
yeah.
like
Yeah.
his breakout.
He'd probably be the biggest
was
artist of this
crazy.
decade.
No way. Drake 1,000 times over. Consistent
Yeah, I'd
performance.
probably-
It
I'd
has to
agree
be
with
Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah, William,
Features,
you're wrong.
solo hits, everything. It's Drake 1,000%.
Have you guys listened to that new album?
What album?
Drake's new album.
The one that's a re-release of all his old music?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's not like new.
Well,
Every-
it came out recently.
But every song, I mean, it came out okay, we're not gonna
I just
get into
want
this.
What a Time to Be Alive too.
Metro.
Didn't Taylor Swift win Artist of the Decade?
Artist of the Decade?
I'm pretty
No.
sure she did.
I don't know. That
They have
would
an award
surprise
for
me.
that?
Yeah. Who awards
Actually,
that?
that kind of would surprise me because only like 1989 and Red were in Reputation
Kendrick
and Love for this decade.
Lamar should win Artist of the
is
Decade,
also
hands down.
is also not Artist of the Decade.
He
Decade
definitely-
and Top Artist by
definitely should.
Billboard.
Joseph believes Kendrick.
Oh
Lamar
my
is
gosh, it's not out
overrated,
yet.
Yeah, I don't think it would be out. It's not.
It's not the end
2020
of the
yet.
decade yet.
Maybe
Oh wait, no, here it
someone's-
is. Wait, it just starts at 10. I don't get what they're not releasing 1 through 5 or 9 through. Okay, Post
What?
Malone's number 10, but I don't think that's
Post
I don't know,
Malone,
dude. Post Malone was pretty big.
But he didn't come out until
2016.
I know.
No,
Congratulations
actually,
was his
Dwight Iverson
breakout.
Yeah,
White Iverson.
I think
probably
Oh, I
came
guess
out in
White
2014.
Iverson.
White
I
Iverson was huge.
Came out in 2014.
But I feel, I don't know.
I think it's
Lady
like-
Gaga, Ariana Grande, Imagine
Yes.
Dragons, The Weeknd,
Yes.
Nicki Minaj, Eminem, Luke
Yes.
Bryan, Pink, One Direction, Justin Timberlake,
I agree
Kendrick
with all these
Lamar,
names.
Lady
I think
Antebellum,
Justin
Beyonce.
Timberlake is a little antiquated, but
Sam Smith,
Sam Smith, no, I do not. I think Sam Smith had a couple hits.
Lil Wayne,
Yes.
Travis Scott,
Yes.
Khalid, Shawn Mendes.
Khalid, I do not think should be on
Absolutely
that
not.
list.
Absolutely
Shawn
not
Mendes, I
Khalid.
do not think should be on that
Dude,
list.
Shawn has some bangers.
I know, but I'm saying if you're going to talk about a whole decade, no. He has actually only been around for like 2 years.
Who? Shawn Mendes?
Yeah.
He started on Vine.
I know, but I'm saying as a like full-time artist.
Mumford and Sons, Selena
Yes.
Gomez, Jay-Z,
Yes.
Meghan Trainor,
Yes. I don't know about that.
J.
Meghan
Cole,
Trainor.
Yes.
Middle school years.
Usher, Coldplay,
Yes.
The
yes,
Black Eyed Peas,
yes,
Pitbull, Flo
yes,
Rida,
Yeah. Yeah.
Michael Bublé.
Yeah.
Michael Bublé, king of the holiday season.
He's the only, all these people have pictures next to them. He just has the not picture
The
thing.
mystery thing.
Wait,
Yeah.
that's y'all know like the have you seen the Aziz Ansari bit about
Okay.
Certainly not.
it's like
What's
Yeah,
up,
like moving.
he's
Patreon?
talking and he's like, I want you to imagine that
Let's bring this to a close.
we're beating a dead
All right, let's bring it to a close. All right, everyone close their eyes. Take a deep breath in. And out. In.
Quiet.
I think the ASMR tickles.
Imagine a tunnel.
Quiet.
At the end of that tunnel is a new year, a new decade.
And we've already been here for 2 weeks as I've
Time is a
failed to
flat
edit this
circle.
quickly.
It is already 2020. The mistakes you made, you'll inevitably repeat in this decade. However,
And
God
we
bless.
know
what you enjoyed, you will
know.
enjoy again.
we know what you did in the back of that car.
Okay, that's heinous.
I know what you did that summer.
Hey, news.
I know what you did that summer.
And on that note, this has been Tourist, the podcast.
And that was actually our last episode ever. So thanks for listening.
What's up, Patreon?
No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, yeah, we hope you guys like this
Better
episode.
not.
Hopefully it doesn't sound like crap. Make sure you
Come
guys
to you
subscribe
from
to
the new
us.
year.
Well, subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify Podcasts. Make sure you leave a 5-star review. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Like us, comment. And we've been mentioning Patreon. We don't actually have one. But
Next decade, this podcast is going X-rated. Anything goes.
okay, wait.
Make sure to drop it down south if you want Joseph back.
Drop
Don't
anything
do
down
that.
south.
Also, make sure to drop it down south if you want Walker back.
Don't do that either.
Do.
Special preview today of our new podcast, Joseph and Walker, on the hour, every hour,
What?
every day.
It's just an hourly podcast.
It's an hourly podcast every hour of every day.
All right, stay with
Good
me here,
luck.
boys. Stay with me here, boys. You broadcast hourly podcasts every hour. People can listen to it in their cars. Perhaps you call it AM or FM.
Genius.
I don't agree with this.
Maybe you add music in as commercials. 'cause
This
everyone
never would
needs
have
a
worked.
breather.
Not even in the past.
Stop. We're done.
My mom and
Can we
Cecily.
ditch the mics?
Dude, listen to this. My mom and Cecily claims that I was supposed to be a leap year baby, even though I was born in 2001.
That doesn't make sense at all.
2001.
Hot take. That makes no
What?
sense.
Yeah.
Was that a leap year or no?
No.
Not
That
even
doesn't make any
close.
sense.
Wasn't 2003 a leap year?
You were born
No, it's on the
March of
fours.
2001. What, you were like, what, 13 months late?
All right, let's end this.
I thought we already did.
Thank you.
That's right, guys. We love you so much. This has been Taurus the podcast yet again. Peace out, Girl Scouts.